up YouTube, and welcome back to the Fit Test. Today we're going to take a deeper look into metabolic adaptation and some of the key hormones that are involved in weight loss. And you can find in the description of this video linked to one of my previous videos where I talk very general about metabolic adaptation. These videos build on one another, so you might want to check some of my previous videos so you can more easily follow along. People usually think about metabolism as something static, but it's actually very adaptable, especially to changes in food intake. And when you're trying to diet and you're decreasing your calorie intake, your metabolism starts to adapt to lower calories through decrease in your total daily energy expenditure, mostly through a decrease in your basal metabolic rate and through a decrease in your need levels. I have a whole video on total daily energy expenditure, and you can also find the link to this video in the description. Usually when people start dieting, they shed the first couple of pounds very fast, especially if they're dieting for the very first time, if they haven't experienced some yo-yo dieting, because their basal metabolic rate is still normal. It hasn't adapted yet to the lower calorie intake. But over time, inevitably, basal metabolic rate starts to slow down and starts to adapt to the decreased food intake. Certain hormonal changes starts to take place because of the metabolic adaptation, and when you're starting to lose fat, what happens is usually your fat cells decrease in size. Your fat cells are called adipocytes, and these adipocytes start to reduce their size, and the adipocytes usually secrete a hormone called leptin, which is the anti-starvation hormone. It plays a huge role in your body fat regulating system. And when your adipocytes decrease their size, they start to secrete less leptin, because leptin is not only responsible for your hunger but also for your metabolic rate. When you start to secrete less leptin, actually you're increasing your hunger and you are decreasing your energy expenditure. Then leptin signals your brain that your body energy reserves are depleting, and you start to find ways to either increase the food intake or to spare your energy. When you're losing fat, your body also decreases the output of your thyroid hormone T3, which is also responsible for your basal metabolic rate. So when you're losing fat, your leptin levels decrease, your T3 output decrease, thus increasing your hormone of hunger ghrelin and increasing your appetite, making it a lot harder to stick to your diet. Also, your cortisol levels increase, and there is a significant drop in the insulin, making your adipocytes a lot more insulin sensitive, which means that your body will need a lot less insulin for transporting all the glucose and fats to the muscle and the adipose tissue. The more insulin sensitive your adipocytes are, the easier they absorb the nutrients. All those changes actually describe the way your body prepares itself for weight regain. I know that you're probably terrified by this information, and you're probably asking yourself, is there anything you can do to prevent this? And the answer, the general answer is no, but there are certain tools you can try and implement into your diet so you can make the dieting process a lot more easy, a lot less stressful, and more pleasant, which will inevitably lead to long-term adherence to your diet, because you know that the only diet that works is the one you adhere to in the long term. In my next videos, I will share some strategies how to counteract those metabolic adaptations for as long as possible, so you can preserve your hormonal levels for as long as possible, things that are realistic that you can start doing right now. However, the one thing that is 100% proven that works for fat loss is a calorie deficit. This was everything for today. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Make sure you subscribe for some more smart and fit vibes. I'm uploading multiple times a week, and you might also want to check those videos floating around my head. And see you next time. Bye!